Welcome children. Under ecosystem today I am going to tell you about ecological pyramids. So let us begin with what are ecological pyramids? These are the graphical structure representing the food energy relationship between organisms at different trophic levels in a food chain. So they tell us about how the energy is passed from one to the other trophic levels. How the biomass is also passed from one trophic level to the another trophic level. We all know that autotrophs or the producers, they produce energy or the biomass, and that is going to be transferred from one trophic level to the another. Food actually is, when eaten, is going to transfer the energy in the form of chemical energy from one trophic level to the another. Now about the structural details of the ecological pyramids. When we talk about the structural details, we are talking about the different tiers of the pyramid. The base of the pyramid is going to represent the producers, and then the next box represents the herbivores, and the another box which comes up is representing the consumers, and the another box which goes to the apex represents the carnivores. The topmost apex always going to occupied by the top carnivores or the top level consumers. So the types of ecological pyramids and what they do. So the pyramids are of three types mostly. They are a pyramid of number, the pyramid of biomass, and the pyramid of energy. And they express the number of organisms representing at various trophic levels, or the biomass which is present at the different trophic levels, or the energy transfer through the various trophic levels. Now different types of pyramid in terms of ecosystem. Children, there I have given you three types of the ecosystem which are being represented by the three types of pyramids. Now you can see clearly here the base is having more producers in case of the grassland and the forest ecosystem, and in the case of the pond ecosystem, which is going to be inverted, we will discuss more about it in the next slides. The carnivores and the herbivores are above the producers. First the herbivores are there and then the carnivores are there. In the case of the pond ecosystem, phytoplanktons or the one-celled organisms, then zooplanktons which are the one-celled, protozoans, etc., and the carnivores which are represented by the fish, water beetles, etc. Now about the different trophic levels of the pyramids. We have already seen that in a food chain, one trophic level is represented by the number of species there. Now in the trophic level, in pyramids we are actually discussing about the functional level, not to the species level as we do in case of the food chain. Here the species may occupy, sometimes one species can occupy more than one trophic level, like the sparrows, which can be primary consumer as well as secondary consumer. When it is feeding on the seeds or the fruits or the peas, we represent it at the primary consumer level, and when it is going to feed on the insects feed level, we put it at the secondary consumer level. So the pyramids of numbers and its diagnostic features, it is going to be representing a simple grassland food chain here, where the number of grasses is going to be more. In the forest also we can see the number of plants are going to be more in number, and as we go gradually up to the pyramid, as the pyramid is a conical structure mostly, so we do see that the base is going to be occupied by, most of the time, always is going to be occupied by the producers, then the consumers, and the next consumers. So therefore the pyramid of number is always upright, and here T is going to representing the trophic level. I have represented here producer, herbivore, secondary consumer, tertiary consumers. So that is how they are actually represented on the pyramid also. Now you can see a pyramid of number. There we are finding the number of freshwater shrimps which are more, and which are depending upon the phytoplanktons. I have not shown the phytoplanktons here. They are also found at the base, and then the shrimps, the bleak, perch, these all are the fishes which are eating each other. The pike, and last is the prey. Then the pyramid of biomass, its diagnostic features. Now the pyramid of biomass represents the total biomass, standing crop which is present in diet, weight, it is always measured in kg per unit time or per area. So it is going to be represented by the producers biomass at the base and the herbivores biomass, then after that the consumers biomass. The algae phytoplanktons which are found in the pond, they serve as the producers, and also the diatoms which are there in the sea or the ocean, they represent the producers, and they always are going to exceed in number, but biomass will be less. So in case of the biomass pyramid, it can be inverted in the case of ocean or sea or pond or river, but it can be always upright in the case of the terrestrial biomass, where the producers will far exceed it. So it can be in two forms. So pyramid of biomass, as I am telling you, it is upright here, where the 2.0925 into 10 to the power 7 kg kilometer per square is given for the grasses. Then gradually you can see it is going to be lesser. Then comes here the pyramid of biomass, inverted one, where the phytoplanktons are going to be less in comparison to the zooplanktons, and comparing to the topmost carnivore, which is the whale or the shark, the biomass is going to be far less. So clearly you can see the biomass of the pyramid of ecology can be inverted as well as upright. So the pyramid of energy, its diagnostic features. The pyramid of energy represents the passage of energy from one trophic level to the other trophic level, and the energy is passed in chemical form as food, and it is always measured in terms of joules. So the bottommost of the pyramid will be always be occupied by the producers, and it always is going to be upright, never it is going to be inverted. Why? We are going to learn it. Now children, this is the biomass, or this is the pyramid of energy. You can see the 100% energy down there in the producers, then 10% is passed to the herbivores, then again it's 10%, that becomes to be 1%. Then secondary carnivores, it is the 0.1% will be available to the next trophic level, that will be 0.1 only. It is always going to be upright. So why pyramid of energy is always upright? Because energy always is going to be flowing from the producer to the consumers, because producers only have the ability to produce food or to convert the radiant energy of sun into the chemical energy stored inside the food, and which passes from one trophic level to the another trophic level. The bar in the energy always going to indicate the amount of energy which is present. Now limitations of pyramids. The first limitation is it does not take in account the same species belonging to two or more trophic levels. Second is it assumes a simple food chain, and food chain simply does not occur. It is always going to be linked together as food web, and food web does not find its representation in the ecological pyramid. Now children, coming to the next limitation, which is it does not include the detritus food chain. The saprophytes are not given any place in ecological pyramids, and they also play a vital role. Thank you.